Hello.
We're back.
We're back.
After
We
11 months.
11 months. We say we're back.
Podcast.
We're not back. We are restarting, basically. This is my third podcast. You know.
This is my second.
Second, yeah. So no, just my third podcast, and I've never had a podcast reach over 3 episodes. So, do me a solid. Don't let me down, bruv.
Well, I mean, we kind of got to stay. You know.
Well, it's not like we got anything else to do now. Fucking lockdown's on anyway. But yes. So made this podcast because as much as we love him, Harrison from the Not PG podcast fucking disappeared off the face of the earth. Speak to him once a month. So getting well, yeah, you do, but you know, with lockdown and me living 4 hours away. So yeah, he didn't really have time for it, but me and Adam still wanted to do it, so we've done this.
And we put money into it, so we have to
Put peas. We haven't actually put. We haven't actually. The problem is we haven't really got channel art for this episode or anything. We're working on it. Just a lot of artists are either way overpriced for the skill of their actual drawings, or just don't have commissions open. So I'm waiting on someone, and they're gonna do the art. But hopefully that should be ready for next time. But for now, it's just our pretty faces.
which everyone loves.
Exactly. We did the RVFC podcast. Were you ever in an RVFC podcast?
No, they didn't want me on because they didn't trust me.
To be fair, when it comes to what that podcast was doing, I also didn't trust you.
Yeah, true. It was a very child-friendly audience.
Exactly, it was supposed to be a child-friendly audience, but luckily, now it's just me and you again. We can be cunts. It's great. We're complete wankers. Not PG podcast was actually fun, though, to be fair, when we did that. Not PG podcast was sick. It's just getting me, you, and Harrison together, unless we plan the event 6 months beforehand, is rare. Oh, it's the boys. Throwback. We're forever missed. Yeah, get rid of Alfie. Cuties. What we'll do, we'll make that the channel profile picture for when this thing comes out, but we'll just cut the two out the middle and just smush us together. I have it written down that we were going to talk about our plans for the podcast, but then I came to a quick conclusion. We don't yet have plans for the podcast.
We got guests.
We got guests lined up. We got some pretty big ones. We've got us two. Yeah, to be honest, we just wanted to do something that entertains people, really, and yeah, we called it the On the Ropes podcast purely because it's a saying we use a lot, and if you're American, we apologise because you're going to get so many British euphemisms over this whole thing, but it's
shock, really, considering we're British. It's a shock. Didn't think that was going to happen.
Well, yeah, but just for those people that actually try to follow along, get 15 minutes in and realise they understand about 3 sentences total that we've said. Yeah. Who would your dream guest be if you could have anyone on here? Like anyone in the world? Ethan Bazinga. That one's pretty sick. That's really sick, actually. I wouldn't mind that. I think interviewing the sidemen just would be class.
Yeah.
Purely because I just want to meet him, and it's a fucking hour we get to talk to him, and it'd be class. TGF would be so good. I'd love to get Jay and Ronell on here. They're just so funny. But to be honest, could you trust them on a podcast? You see what they're like in videos, mate. You don't get a word in edgeways. I feel like it'd just be On the Ropes podcast by TGF.
I'd just let it happen.
To be fair, yeah, they'd probably say enough stuff to get them in shit and get us a title for the clickbait. So,
I mean, our first guest might bring a bit of a...
Bro, this is the home of controversy. I don't care. Love a bit of drama. Mate, it's just an online drama is so fucking stupid, bruv. Like, literally, I love it because it doesn't affect you whatsoever. Like,
funny though, outset.
Yeah, because I've had so many controversies and dramas thrown at me, and I'm just like, all right.
Some
Yeah, well, some of them were questionable. Some of them.
You are a massive transphobe.
I'm not a transphobe. I fucking love transgenders. Oh god, we're not going into that. I think my dream guest, it would have to be Harry Kane. It's just elite. Tottenham Hotspur's Harry Kane. It'd just be incredible. Come up the boys.
They had a good match.
They did. It's Man City, Man United tonight, isn't it? Carabao Cup semi-finals.
I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Mate, you'll beat City. Please beat City, because I want the easier match in the finals, to be honest. So if you could beat City, that would be great.
I'll try.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, so we do have topics for this first podcast. We don't have as many as we normally would, purely because it's the first one. We're just testing the waters, seeing what works. So we have 2 topics instead of 3. And the first one, I feel like, is unavoidable for the time of recording.
Carson's been a bit naughty.
CallMeCarson is a nonce.
What has he, really?
Well, mate, it's so difficult because I keep reading things on this for like the past 2 days. I can't get off of Twitter reading it. It's just so entertaining to me. Here, in England, and in the state Carson lives in, technically not paedophilia.
Legal.
It's legal.
I'm not like, too gassed about it because it's like,
Yeah,
I think
like,
Roger's back on his Insta. He's like, "Oh, Carson's a paedophile." Oh wait, he's 19. She said, "Oh, he's not then."
it's not a paedophile. No, because it's one of those things. It's not illegal. Like, admittedly, from what I've read and what people have said, it was wrong because apparently, like, used his fame to influence them. But I don't know. I don't know if any DMs have been leaked or anything between them, because it's just like, who's to say he actually did influence her with his fame, or he didn't just go like, "Hey, send Bob's and Virginie," and she was like, "That's fucking CallMeCarson, yes sir."
The thing is though, it could be way worse. He could have been 20, she could have been like 14. Then
Yeah.
that's like, yeah.
I mean, I'm not being funny. He didn't even actually touch her. It was nudes.
Yeah.
Adam, did you ever send nudes before you were 16?
I think so.
I definitely did. So, mate, the thing is, it's one of those things that nobody would fucking think twice about.
No.
But because he's famous, that's all it is. Like, I'll read the actual tweet where Slimesicle just full on outed him, if I can find it quickly. But no, it's a interesting one, because wasn't this Slimesicle guy? He was a part of the Lunch Club or whatever group he was in.
He was at Lunch Club. He was supposed to be like one of Carson's like, and then like as soon as someone mentioned it, it was like, shit, you've gone.
Fucking keyboard warriors. Mate, talk about two-faced. I mean, to be honest, even if something like this happened with my friends, I'd stand by them. Like, you just do.
That's happened.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things. It's like, it's purely all for fame and like who wants to have the best reputation.
Not between us two.
Not between us two. No. We're actually good boys. We don't sexually abuse people. Well, Adam doesn't yet, but I have.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah, I got the actual post from Slimesicle here. Recently, 2 former Lunch Club members publicly alleged that Carson had been engaged in illegal activity with minors. To be clear, targeting a minor for grooming, sexting, and other inappropriate or unwanted sexual advances is illegal, and particularly disgusting if the person doing it is a YouTuber who has taken advantage of their fame to exploit young fans. My heart goes out to all those who have been victims. I am sorry you went through that, and encourage you to tell someone about it and get the help you need. Yo, no cap, you watch this man be outed as a paedophile next year.
Yeah.
Everyone
knows Carson loves a bit of caving, doesn't he? Hey?
Fuck's sake. In an early 2020 phone call, Carson told all the Lunch Club members and our group manager that he'd exchanged nudes with an unnamed girl he believed to be 17. Because I suspected a crime had been committed, I immediately reported this information to the federal law enforcement, cut all ties to Carson, and withdrew completely from Lunch Club. Although the Lunch Club manager had asked about a final it says March drop, but I'm going to assume he means merch drop or a goodbye video. I refused these because I no longer wanted to be associated with Carson or Lunch Club. I'm getting Snapchats.
The thing is, though, just because Carson, like he's not like the leader of Lunch Club.
Is he not? I barely watched their videos because for me their humour just didn't land. Like, I just didn't enjoy it.
I kind of liked it.
Like but I have also heard people say that Lunch Club were like the next Sidemen. So.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
In all fairness, I don't think there will ever be a next Sidemen, but you know, as an alternative, they're there. But mate, in all fairness, I know we have been not backing Carson, but playing devil's advocate somewhat. Fair play to Slimesicle, not just going, oh, let's start some Twitter beef. He outright reported him to the police.
Also, though, it makes him just look, I don't know, it makes him look a bit odd considering he was like Carson's friend of family for so many.
Yeah, it is questionable to see how someone can twist that quickly if they really did care about the person as much as they seemed to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least he did report it to the police, though, instead of just being like one of those people who just goes straight keyboard warrior on Twitter and then just like, it's like, oh yeah, everyone fucking shame him and stuff. At least he actually did something, but I don't know. I don't think Carson's finished. I don't think that's all.
To come back.
He will struggle, but I reckon he will. If Logan Paul can film a dead body, CallMeCarson can get away with sending a cock picture to a girl 2 years younger than him.
I mean, Pyro's managed to not get as much hate. So.
I don't even know what happened with Pyro.
Oh, you just basically a furry. A bit weird.
You didn't have to say the bit weird part. You said furry. I mean, we all got the point. However, I have had something that I didn't speak to you about with the Carson situation, purely because of my own entertainment, and I wanted to see your reaction to this. So, I was going through my Twitter. I can't find the original tweet now, but I've got one here that's essentially says the same thing. Someone looked through Carson's Steam account, and there is a game about a 14-year-old girl that gets raped and gets pregnant. The game is called Pregnancies. Now, bit of a strange game. Bit strange for Carson to have it on his thing. If it was 20 minutes of gameplay, no one would have cared. The problem was, he has 107 logged hours on this game.
Oh, so he plays it regularly?
Regularly. And so I looked up the game, and I did some research myself. This game is about 12 minutes long.
So he's played it over and over then?
Yeah. So I don't...
Wait, 160 hours?
107 hours.
That's still a lot.
That's a lot of time. Mate, that's literally days on end. But it's just one of those things. Yeah, there's a lot of Reddit comments about it that just say, like, considering the game takes 12 minutes to finish, I don't think it's likely that he played the game for 107 hours just for the story. It's literally a slideshow. You know, there's, like, hentai slideshow games.
Yeah.
It's one of them, but he's got 107 logged hours.
It's one of those ones that, because of the way that the kind of person that Carson is and the stuff he went through at the start of the year, it's one of those ones where you kind of want to root for him, but when the stuff like that come out, it just seems a bit odd.
Mate, that is bait, but the thing that I think dug his own grave was the fact he tried to hide, he changed his URL and privated his account so people couldn't see it, but obviously people had already got screenshots of it from like the day before and stuff. But yeah. I've literally...
Apparently he came out and people found out that him and Kate weren't even dating at the time that Fitz got her. And Fitz asked Carson at a party if Carson and Kate were a thing. Carson then said no. Fitz asked him if it's okay if he got with Kate, and Carson said I wouldn't have a problem with it. So it basically makes his whole beef with him invalid.
I don't, as I said, I don't really follow Lunch Club and CallMeCarson that much, but the whole situation's just a bit fucked, mate. Like, I shit you not, I was very on the fence about it when it comes to, like, the actual situation, purely because I didn't care. But when I saw the thing about this game with 107 logged hours, unless he actually comes out and says something as to why, it's ropes, mate. That looks dodge. That's pretty dodge.
It's just a bit strange.
It is just a bit strange. A 20-minute slideshow game about a 14-year-old gets raped and pregnant. 107 logged hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's just no comment, is there? It's just wrong. But that is ropes. But yeah, so CallMeCarson, not a nonce, definitely a weirdo.
But weird.
Yeah. yeah.
Well, no, he's not in his state or here. So technically,
I'm not 100% certain on the his state thing, but I read a couple things saying that in his state, 16 is the age of consent, like it is here. But I don't know if that's 100% true, so don't kill me if people see this. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It is a fucking interesting one. But yeah, so that's that. But we actually also have another topic. And this one was more one for me, just out of pure entertainment to talk to Adam about it. But we're going to talk about Dream SMP. And the other day, basically, KSI joined Dream SMP. But I am so disappointed. Because he played with Quackity. So he didn't interact with... Well, I haven't actually watched the video all the way through yet. But from what I've seen, he didn't interact with Tommy in it. Or Dream.
Why?
I don't know.
He interacted with Dream, it's his server.
Well, he interacted with Quackity, who's I don't know if he's been on there for too long. He might have, but I loosely follow Dream SMP like on and off, so I don't know too much. But if KSI joined it, I reckon we could see other sidemen joining it because Vic's already in it, Vicstar, but that's essentially expected. He's a Minecraft YouTuber.
/ paedophile.
He's not. He's one of the only true men left on UK YouTube, bro. But no, Dream SMP people did a video with the E-Boys as well.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know if you watched that.
I didn't really watch all of it because I kind of
Yeah.
most content, I watch it for like.
They played The Walls together.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining because you had the 4 E-Boys were split up and then 4 of the Dream SMP people were split up. And I can't remember the teams exactly because I watched it ages ago, but I think it was I think Will was with Tommy. And that it was just hilarious because I'm pretty certain from what I remember, they outright just cheat to win. They cheat the whole game. They literally... So the idea of the walls game is like you've got walls between each quadrant, and each quadrant's exactly the same, but after a certain amount of time the walls drop and you got to fight. They just broke the walls and went through. Just halfway through the time.
Cut them for it.
I mean, it is a Kane of 21 move at its finest, but nah, it's a bit weird. I find Dream SMP really interesting, purely because Minecraft last year, well, actually technically not last year because it's 2021, but 2019 Minecraft, dead bang, hard bullied if you uploaded Minecraft videos. 2020,
When it popped, it was 2019.
2019 popped for like a couple situations with like Minecraft Mondays and stuff,
Yeah.
but like it proper gained traction in 2020 because you had things like Minecraft Championship came out, Dream SMP came out, and PewDiePie started doing a Minecraft series. So it's like, bleh. I don't know. Do you reckon PewDiePie would join Dream SMP?
Doubt it.
I mean, to be fair, if they've got people like KSI on and stuff, and Dream said that his Dream, no pun intended, collab was with PewDiePie.
Who did?
Dream.
JJ?
Dream.
Oh.
Yeah, JJ already did a collab with PewDiePie. He did it on PewDiePie's channel.
Huh?
They just reacted to dead memes.
Oh.
And it was such an awkward video to watch, honestly.
The bridge come up.
I don't know. I don't even think I watched it the whole way through. Like, it was just such a... It was almost just, like, awkward between them. Like, it was JJ trying to be JJ, but...
With
on a PewDiePie video. It just... It was ropes. It didn't work. Like, it just didn't. But, I reckon PewDiePie would join Dream SMP, because they have spoke, like, little things. I think there was an Among Us game, where it was, like, the Sidemen, PewDiePie, Tommy in it, and Dream. So, they know each other. I reckon he could join. What do you actually know about Dream SMP?
my dream. in it, innit?
Tommy in it.
Jay
What was that?
Schlatt's at some point.
Yeah, there was drama around that. Jay Schlatt got kicked and there was loads of beef. Yeah, no, I think he's back now. I have no idea. He
I watched SMP Live when that was a thing.
Oh, that was the one with Carson and that lot, wasn't it? Speaking of devil. Yeah. No, I didn't watch much SMP Live. I think the only person I did watch on SMP Live was Shadow Apples.
Not a clue.
Another guy that got outed for being a nonce in the Minecraft community.
Pedophiles. Well,
It's just pedos everywhere, mate. That's all it is.
Not a student. Oh, no, I can't say. That's outrageous.
That's outrageous. You can't be saying that. He's not even an adult. I mean, fair play to him. He's blown up. As much as I have shit on the kid before, he's done bits, hasn't he? Really, he just has done bits. More than we can say for any of our other friends. So, fair play.
Eagle.
Arctic Sea. Nah, he's at a solid 27 subscribers.
I thought you were going to say Stone. Oh, he's not even here to defend himself.
You can't be saying that, mate. He's not even here. He's gonna watch this, and you fully just called the man 27 stone.
Until the second podcast, because he won't watch it until because we're putting this on the chat.
We probably are, mate. I need views for my own satisfaction. I need views.
We'll debate him and say, yeah.
Yeah. So Theo, we may have called you 27 stone in this video, but that's all right. Did you know Dream SMP is scripted? It's all no, it's all faked. I think it came out a little while ago that none of the stuff they do is actually like off the cuff type thing. It's literally they plan everything before they do it. It's just like role play.
Yes, I don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know what people thought about that when I saw it because I just.
It's like the guy who used to play Gary's mod, most of his stars RP. All of it was just scripted. I just wanted to shoot stuff.
Star Wars RP. I never forgot you going on about that. We'd sit there in a cool playing fucking block game. You'd roast us, then we'd be like, "What are you doing?" You'd be like, "Star Wars roleplay on Gary's mod."
Bro, that game was. I've got. Do you know how many hours I've got on Gary's mod because of that? Like for 1,000. It's nearly 2,000.
Jeez. At least you ain't got that much time on pregnancy.
Well, that's because I've got it in.
No, but
My mate, the other day, I was in a call with him. He goes, I had a dream the other night, Adam, and you were in it. I was like, oh yeah. He goes, yeah. It was the most in-character thing for you. I was like, why? He goes, when you got poisoned and you went to hospital, and they tried giving you medicine, and you just turned around and said, nah, I don't want it, and then you died. I was like, how's that in character? He goes, I just think you would do that.
You would fucking do that, Adam. You'd be like, I don't know what's in this medicine. It could kill me. Even though the only other option is death. You'd be like, it could kill me.
And do you know what I know this is real? Because my friend, he has Asperger's. So
Asperger's.
I thought it was a pretty normal dream for him to be having. And then he turned around and said, and then you got reincarnated into a mountain. And it was an ugly one as well. I was like, that makes more sense. Cheers.
So not only did you get reincarnated into a mountain.
An ugly mountain.
In Ugly Mountain.
Didn't have any snow.
Mate, that's cold. I mean, at least you'll finally be as big as you want to be.
Actually, I thought you meant like just as a fatty. I was like, no.
You're not far off. You're not far off.
Oh, totally, I did pop a bit. But that's not my fault.
Mate, that is the problem with 2020. If you want to sum 2020 up in one word, mate, well, in one sentence, the problem is we were eating too much pork and not porking enough. That is 2020 summed up.
I didn't pork all.
2021? Oh, I definitely porked in 2020 quite a bit.
Did it again.
Yeah, I'd say I very frequently up to about June, and then just nothing, and then one girl, and then nothing again since.
But we won't talk about her.
But we don't talk about that. That is sexy bath time stories. What'd you say?
Might be guest.
She fucking won't, brother. You'd literally be sat there, silence for 20 minutes, and be like, "So you two had sex?" Yeah, that'd be so awkward. I'd never want to upload that.
I did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I fucking liked it.
Yeah.
Do you know it's going to be bad because there's literally only going to be about 20 people watching this who know exactly who we're talking about as well. Everyone else will just be clueless. God,
Not me.
Not you.
You called me afterwards.
Did I?
Yeah.
Bro, I was so drunk I don't remember that night. Well, I do. I remember the
I was like,
Wait, I called you, FaceTimed you next to her and said, "Look what I just did."
mm-hmm.
That's outrageous. I can't believe I've done that.
Funny though, it was like 4 in the morning and I was trying to get asleep.
That's actually outrageous. Look what I did. Mate,
Just
there is no respect for women in that sentence whatsoever. There's also not much respect for women in this person either, so you know how it be. No man, I mean, I don't know. I keep going back to the CallMeCarson stuff. It's just so dodge.
It's just weird, man.
It is,
Like,
because I can't get over the fact that but he didn't nonce anyone. Okay, I guess legalities in certain places, he nonced someone.
I mean, our guest on Monday hasn't been. So
That's great. Well, we say guest on Monday. The podcast won't be coming out on Monday.
No.
This podcast will probably be around Thursday, Friday, and then that one will probably also be around Thursday, Friday, because then we've got another guest for that weekend that we can upload that week.
We're busy boys.
We're busy boys. Watch this completely flop, this one podcast, and then
I don't mind, but the next one's my bag.
yeah, I don't mind if this flops. I don't expect this to do great.
Are we talking about our next one?
I say we keep it quiet for now. Keep the suspense. It's a YouTuber with near 300,000 subscribers. There, that's all you need to know. It's big things for us. Mad moves. Then the week after that, we've got a YouTuber with just under 100,000 subscribers. So, mad moves.
And then afterwards, they've got about 500.
They got about 600 subscribers, but they are some of my best friends in real life.
They also own clothing.
They also own clothing, exactly. I don't know who. Chart. When they come on, I've got to ask them how much money they made off that.
Oh, yeah, 100%
Mate, I'm just going to ask them the most awkward questions. I love it.
If they don't answer, we're just not putting their name in the description.
Yeah, no, fuck you. No revenue for you. No, I don't know. There's so many guests I want to get on that just like are not within reach whatsoever at the moment.
I mean, maybe after next week's.
Well, I don't know. I'd like to think after these few interviews we've got, we'll probably, hopefully, get around a couple hundred subs. Big up RVFC. Yeah, RVFC themselves can get us to 100, boys, don't worry.
Bigger than the RVFC.
Being bigger than the RVFC podcast will not be difficult. We've got about 60 subs on the chat. And don't upload, so... Fuck it. Bro, that's so dodgy. I can't believe we still do that. We used to sit there on a Not PG podcast. I genuinely do that for like a half an hour straight while Harrison just spoke about shit.
Do you know what I've realised as well that I haven't planned for at all?
What?
Hall of Fame. Didn't think about it for today. I'll just make us some bollocks.
Oh, I've got my my Hall of Fame, mate. In the bag.
In that bag?
Oh, I thought I had a little drug. I thought I had a drugs baggie left. I was gonna like got the bag. No, I've smoked all of that. Sadly.
That bag flew away.
I'm sorry, I do not have the bag. Now we I want to do one thing I do really want to do with this podcast. I really want to do live podcasts, but like every so often when we actually get together.
Yeah. We were going to do that at the start of 2020, but...
Coronavirus!
Well, no, we were going to do it at the B&B, but...
Well, that night is a story for another day.
We won't mention names.
We won't mention it. There was 3 girls: Susan, Karen, and Stacey. Stacey's ginger, Susan's got a massive forehead, and Karen's Karen.
2 of them could have been Karen, to be fair, let's be honest.
Mate, let's be realistic. All of them are Karens.
No, one of them's not as bad as the other 2.
Are you talking about my ex?
Yeah.
Well, you are actually correct, because I made friends with her again.
She's not that bad.
About a few days ago. So that was nice.
That's not
Yeah, it is.
Let's get on the podcast.
Probably not going to do that. Definitely not going to do that. How about we get your ex on the podcast and your current girlfriend, and we'll just sit back. we'll just sit back, just relax, and let them scrap.
Just go then.
Go on then. Have each other.
Fight.
I love females fighting. Gives me right erections.
It doesn't. Irritates me.
Yeah, I was about to say, it doesn't. It gives me mad anxiety more than anything. I hate it.
I don't trust females because a certain weekend there was a big old row between a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
I'm the boyfriend. Oh, bro. I'll tell the story in basic without names. Yeah, okay, so I got really fucking drunk. We all went on this holiday. Me, Adam, and our mate, and then our 3 girlfriends. And it was like, yeah, went away, all lovely. First 2 nights, was it, before? Yeah.
It was 2 nights, yeah.
Yeah, first 2 nights before were absolutely fine. It was the last night, wasn't it, that it all went a bit tits up.
Yeah.
We so I think that morning we went into town. We went shopping. We bought all sorts of shite that we didn't need. Twister, more alcohol, beer pong, just anything that we thought we'd do on the day. Problem is, we got back about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And had nothing to do, so started drinking from 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we played like card games, things like that.
Yeah, it was class for the first couple of nights. Then we started playing beer pong. I drunk too much by about 6 o'clock, and I was already being a bit of a cunt. However, I wasn't the only cunt, so I don't take full blame, just most of it. And yeah, a few drinks later, me and my girlfriend Karen, shit hits the fan. It's the scrap breaks out. Obviously not an actual fight. I was gonna lump her, mate. Nah, but yeah, we start having a bit of an argument to the point everyone evacuates the room. I then accuse my best friend of stealing from me. Adam runs off in tears.
I stopped crying too.
Yeah. I punched a wall because I'm big, tough and hard. I've had never done it before and will never do it again. Because
I would have put my shoes on quick enough to go get you.
Oh yeah, I stormed out because, you know, I like a bit of EastEnders, so I wanted the drama. Adam was just told to go get me. No one else even suggested going. Adam was just volunteered. And he was like, oh, alright. They then had a massive go at him, just because he took more than 30 seconds to put his shoes on. He came and found me. We had a little cry and a cuddle. We went back in. And the night was horribly awkward from there on. Everyone just went to sleep. Apart from me and Adam, who I went in the shower. Adam went for a shite. And he just stared at me naked while I washed for 20 minutes and had a chat.
Well, pretty much. Well, because after you showered, I went to bed. And then at like 4 in the morning, I was like, why am I not up? So I got up and rang you, and you came out.
Yeah. But anyway, that will happen. That wasn't really the problem. And the whole funniest part about all of this is, even though I rightfully should have been dumped that night, I believe it wholeheartedly, with my whole chest, I say I should have been single that night. Adam got dumped.
I helped. And I got dumped.
Adam got dumped after I kicked off. And it's the one thing that deep down he's never forgiven me for, even though he tries to say he has.
And then that's where 2020 all went wrong.
That is literally where everything started to go. Nah, was Airbnb 2020?
Yeah, it was.
It must have been early 2020.
It was late February.
Yeah, okay, so it was early 2020. Yeah, because coronavirus, we knew of it, but that was as far as it went at that point, wasn't it? Huh?
Everyone was joking about Corona.
Yeah, at that time, yeah. And, yeah, so we planned the holiday, we all went. So you got dumped in the February because of that night.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that night. Various things. Wasn't my fault, but...
Yeah, it wasn't his fault at all. She was just a bit of a knobber. But, yeah, fast forward a month, we're put on lockdown.
I shaved my head and put on about 2 stone.
My hair had just grown back, and I put on Tombstone. But, yeah, then a month fast forwards from there, I get dumped.
Yeah.
And, have I seen you since Airbnb?
No.
No, because, oh my god.
We've been bringing it up, and then restrictions would change.
Yeah, every time we go to see each other, restrictions are just like, no. No. Because the one time I would have seen you, you just did have to go to work.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, they put on a lockdown.
Well, I mean, this year, if my parents go on holiday and we're not in lockdown or whatever...
Yeah. Porn special! Porn special!
Huh?
We'll film porn. It'll be a special for the channel. 100 subscriber special will start on OnlyFans where I buttfuck Adam. Well, I would not like to receive the whole time.
Flip a coin for it.
Roll a dice. Whoever rolls highest sucks you off.
If you get hits, then I win.
And if you give head, then I win.
Trick is, it's a double-sided coin, and it's both heads, so I don't win.
You lose on purpose. Purpose?
No,
Purpose.
no.
Do you ever? How often do you find yourself just going into accents without even realizing it?
When I get bored of myself, which is a lot.
Well, I'm the worst one, so I'll sit there and I won't be doing anything or talking about anything, and I'll just start talking to me dogs, but I'll do it in like a Russian accent. Literally, 1 minute I'm me, the next I'm Putin. It comes out of nowhere all the time. But I think the worst one for me is because I'll be on Twitter and I'll read a Scottish person's tweet.
Man, that hacks.
Something like that. But it's the way they type it in their accent. So not only are you sat there then speaking it aloud in the accent to work out what it says, you have to decipher the fucking thing like it's a line of code, and then you finish it, and because you've done all that, it's just not as funny. But you keep speaking Scottish for an hour.
Yeah.
And that's literally all it ever comes to.
I find myself, when I get bored, I make scenarios in my head. Like the other day, I was just imagining that I was in David Dobrik's box, and I was a new character.
Bro, I do that all the time.
And he kept on coming in my room. I was like, David, I know you're my mate. Get out.
Adam hates David Dobrik. Clickbait title.
Mate, but you know, I've got more money than you, David.
I don't think, Adam, that we'll ever have more money than David Dobrik combined.
It's been a bit rough recently.
True. I don't.
He just sells perfume now, really, doesn't he?
Eh?
He just sells perfume.
Just sells perfume, mate. I don't even know what happened to David Dobrik. I swear, like, literally 6 months ago, people were saying he's God's greatest gift to YouTube, and now I don't even hear about him.
Alex Wasabi left YouTube.
Oh no. Anyway, Jenna Marbles left YouTube.
That one I'm sad about, because realistically all she did was 2012. She just put a bit of makeup.
Mate, I can safely say I've never watched a Jenna Marbles video in my life. Do you know who I miss from YouTube? Trisha Paytas.
I don't. She was an awful human.
She was an awful human, bruv. But out of pure entertainment, and I was bored,
You pig.
I paid for her OnlyFans while it was on discount. Bruh, and But in all fairness, when it comes to YouTubers going to OnlyFans, fair fucking dinkums, she gives it a right old go. She is committed, mate. I first time I'd ever used OnlyFans, it was research purposes only. I did not beat me meat to it at all. I wouldn't look at her.
You're an absolute fucking
No. Okay, yeah, I'm lying. But,
yeah, exactly.
mate, you can't not. If there's a vagina, it's good enough. No, so I click on it. First thing that pops up, there's an inbox thing. And I was like, oh, I've got a notification on that. What's that? Trisha Paytas. Video of her just fucking herself with a dildo. I was like, class. Good start. Very impressed. Clicked onto her thing, mate. She's a bad bitch. Right, like, she's a proper Raji, you know. She's sat there. Mate, little things. She films herself in the bath. Just getting herself off. If she's sucking someone off, pops out a phone camera, mate. She just doesn't care.
But also, tell you who else is popping? Belle Delphine.
Bruh, the Belle Delphine porn. It just did clap. It was so good.
How many times you watched it?
Nah, shit, you know, I haven't. I'm obviously not subscribed to her OnlyFans because, as I said, I don't use it. So
yeah,
I have seen a 5-minute clip, and that was enough. Genuinely, that was enough.
I watched it several times.
Mate, if you've got a link or anything, send your homie. But nah, from what I saw, fair fucking play to the girl. Because did you watch her on the Happy Hour podcast?
No, I saw her on Cold Ones though.
Bro, you should watch her on the Happy Hour podcast. It's really good. And she talks about doing the porn and stuff. And she said that she basically wanted to just step up her game and do something. And she wasn't secret about the fact that she knows it will get her more money and views and stuff. So she just went, fuck it. Gonna do porn. Because to be fair, if there's anybody in the past 2 years for like our age group who people have wanted to see get shagged more than anyone, it's Belle Delphine. No doubt in my mind.
Good ton of mojo, I think.
Nah, you see, I would agree, but Belle Delphine just has a little more of an innocent, nice thing about her. She's cute. Yeah, man. And she's British, is she not? Belle Delphine? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, man, it's just
that gets me.
nah, she's hot though, but no. So I remember I hadn't heard anything about her doing porn or anything. Then I just clicked on the Happy Hour podcast with Belle Delphine because I realised never fucking heard her voice other than her songs, and I was like, oh yeah, let's check this out, bro. Most sound girl I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Genuinely, she is actually like down to earth and funny and just nice. She spoke about Will and E, and after all the things they've gone through, do you know, she still calls him Wilney. Wilney. But nah, I was gassed for the Belle Delphine porn, mate. It was.
I bet Will and E loves the fact that he's friends with Belle Delphine.
No, because I don't think they're actually like friends. I don't think there's ever been real like much contact with them between them.
Other than the fact she sent him a car.
Well, that's what I mean. I think, but she spoke about that on the other podcast as well, and she said that it, her doing that benefited both of them because obviously Will gets a video out of it and bare revenue and a car.
He's trading it.
But I shit you not, if I had anything in my life worth that car, I'd have given it. I fucking wish my first car was the Belle Delphine whip. Because I've got a car outside, but it's bag shit.
Mine's alright. Mine's fast.
Mine would be fast, but gearbox is gone, mate. I can't get it in gear. Literally, it's just you just try to find a gear, and it's just like, oh no.
It's just your eyes.
It might be, mate. I'm shit. You know, I shouldn't be driving. I actually don't think legally I should be allowed to drive. Because I get in a car.
Gear.
No, because I get in the car, right, and I'm looking, and the one thing is, I'll be sat there, mate. I don't have peripheral vision. That's all I can see. So I should not be driving. But I mean, I get away with it so far. I got a provisional.
Someone's there, like 2 years old, he's driving like that. He doesn't even know, he's just like beside you 2 years old. And then he like knocks your car, you're there, you go.
Who did that?
Because you can't see there now, you can't see traffic in front of you.
You just get smashed in the front, mate.
You're just staring at him. Just dead stare.
I cannot believe you've done this. But no, I think the Belle Delphine thing was just sick. I haven't watched it. I definitely mean to. But I don't think many other YouTubers do OnlyFans. Like Tana Mojo does. Oh mate, wasn't there like a whole drama about Bella Thorne though?
Yeah, because she said that she would do nudes and she'd send for like 100 quid each, and then she did. Well, no, she didn't even do it. They weren't even like proper. It basically caused the whole website to make prices go down.
I mean, fine by me. But so I've only ever had 2 OnlyFans subscriptions. The first one, as I said, was Trisha Paytas. The second one was the most awkward situation in my life.
Why?
My real life friend.
Who?
Do you know what? I will fully shout her out as well because she's not going to hate on it, is she? Her name's Emily. Do you know? I don't know. Let me log into my OnlyFans.
Did I meet her at your birthday?
No. Emily wasn't there. We're like friends, but not like super close. But she's one of those. She one of those girls that I never looked at and was like, "God, you're stunning," but she was always pretty, like undeniably very pretty. And I've known her since I was 8 years old. And I was like, oh, all's good. But she fucked off to uni after secondary school, and I never, after sixth form even, and I never saw her since. And then all of a sudden, I get a message from Paul, my mate, and he just goes, have you seen this? Links me OnlyFans. And I'm like, yes, I've heard of OnlyFans before. He was like, click the fucking link. Only for me to realise that my friend Emily has done some naughties. Oh, she's uploaded some new ones. I'll have to check them out later.
Sure, Bender.
Yeah. Do you know what? She's got like a little bunda, but is cute. I would show it on.
I can't say this on the podcast.
Yeah, but you can say it. She's at another boy's house anyway, Adam.
Well, we're not keeping that in, are we? She's gonna watch this thing, does
Yeah, but she's not. She's not.
I hope.
Even if she does, shouldn't fucking be there. But yeah, at EMV1290, go subscribe to Emily. Gas her up on OnlyFans because she's actually like proper fit. So fair play.
Well, banging.
She is banging, mate. I haven't done the bits to the her purely because it just feels wrong, mate.
We should get on the podcast.
Oh my god, we actually should, and we can clickbait OnlyFans person. Do you know what? I reckon I could talk to Emily and get her on the podcast.
Yeah.
But nah, just go subscribe to her on OnlyFans. I haven't done any touching to her because it just feels wrong. It's not free. I tell you what, it's not a bad price though. $8.99 for a month. Man, mate, you're tight. You're tight.
I bought the hub. It's free.
Yeah, but there's something different about OnlyFans, mate. It feels special. It's like those girls who back in the day, you're in a secondary school, you're both 16, you're chatting, and then you're like, "Hey, nudes," and they're like, "Did happen, definitely did happen. Don't even lie to me." And they sit there, they're like, "Oh, but why don't you just watch porn?" And it's like, nah, because porn's easy access.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Like you like a challenge. You feel like you've accomplished something.
Well, I don't know. There was this girl, and she sent an explicit photo to my mate, and it went around school like it does. And I saw.
Wait. She sent it to your friend.
Yeah.
No, I thought you said you, and then went. Oh, it went around school. I was gonna say, Adam, I'm not having that. You never leak a girl's nudes. That is fucking sin, bro.
And it went around school, and obviously everyone saw it, so I saw it. I couldn't look at her the same.
Oh, you just never could. You never can.
She went to prom. There was a photo, and it was just like. I was in a photo with her. I was like, that's weird. I've seen your boobs.
Now my nudes got spread around my school. I say nudes, one singular cock picture. I did not fucking send them. I don't send them at all anymore. For a start.
Oh, to me.
I quite literally do send nudes to you, but that's also you. But no, like when it comes to girls, I don't send nudes anymore. It's just not my thing. I did after that incident. I kept doing it. I didn't care. I'm proud of my little Todger, so didn't bother me. But I remember when my nudes went round, so many people tried to use it against me, you know. So many people were like, oh, if you don't do this, I'll spread your nudes. And I just turned around and went, I don't care, for me personally. It's like, I don't care if people see it. I would care if people were touching it, then there'd be an issue. But like...
Would there be an issue about that?
It depends who. It very much depends who. But no, I never cared when my nudes got leaked. It just didn't bother me. I take that back. For like the first half an hour when it first did, a little bit annoying. Like, you're just frustrated. You're like, well, that didn't have to happen, did it? But once it had, I was just like, do you know what? Not fussed.
I just didn't send them.
Did you not? I mean, fair enough if you didn't. I mean, I have,
but that's in recent years.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, we're older now. It's completely different. Like, when you're, like, fucking 14 or whatever you are, and it's happening, it's, like, bit ropey, but it is what it is. It's what kids do now. And the people that don't understand that and don't accept that are just weird. Like, I understand if you are the parent of someone sending them, rightfully be protective and be like, don't fucking do that. But if you have like no relevance to the situation and you try cussing someone out for sending nudes and shit, fuck off.
Unless you're a parent and you chose a small penis.
Yeah, no, I wish my parents long ago told me it was a bad idea. Not because they were worried about me, but purely because they knew that that boy weren't the biggest. Yeah. It's like I said, my dad would have said to me that I'd fuck myself there, but it's not big enough to do so. That's ropes. No.
I should fully did just out your dad. Sorry.
No, yeah, I don't really care, mate. I don't care. It's me dad. I love me dad. I mean, what's gonna happen? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I always said my dad was the owner of fake taxi, so you never know.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't scare easily when it comes to situations like that anymore. I used to cry if someone ever met me in school. Now, because I don't go out looking for fights, I don't get into them. Someone gets angry, I just go, I really don't care. Your bullshit. You know.
I'd love to agree with you and say I don't go out looking for fights. But I go out with the mindset, if a fight happens, I'm here for it.
I mean, if it breaks out.
Yeah, like I would never purposely.
If there's someone like just shouting at me in a pub or something, I'll just sit down as well.
Yeah, whatever. On your bike, lad.
I'm just trying to have a drink, lad.
Yeah, but it's just, man, I don't like fighting. I really don't. Well, I don't know how to say it. I love fighting. I hate the before and after. Like, I love a scrap, but I hate the argument and the shouting beforehand. I hate all the drama afterhand where police get involved and all that. And it's like, those two make the fight not worth it for me. If you know what I mean. Like, I just don't want to be involved in it. Because I gain nothing and I don't get any satisfaction. Because if I win, I feel bad. If I lose, I feel like a cunt.
No, I don't feel bad.
It depends on what the person done and who they are, but I don't know. I mean, it is. But Adam, we have reached the 55-minute mark in this podcast, and if we're stealing anything from the Not PG podcast other than, you know, its main people. It's the Hall of Fame. Now, some of you may have watched the Not PG podcast. Most of you definitely didn't. But I'll explain what the Hall of Fame is now. The Hall of Fame is where me and Adam, we can take an item, an event, a person, a day, anything in the world, and we can induct it into the On the Ropes podcast Hall of Fame. And then it comes to the end of the year, and we get to look back at everything we've put in the Hall of Fame, see how it's aged, and be a laugh. So I have a feeling that you're looking around your room just trying to think of something to put in the Hall of Fame, because you have fully forgotten about this. So I will go first. But my introduction, or nominee, for the Hall of Fame this week is... It's an instrument that I recently discovered existed.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
This instrument is...
We can't say that word on the podcast.
I'm not using it in a discriminative way. It's just a word. It is the name of the instrument. There is a style of bassoon which is known as a... So I would like to induct into the Hall of Fame.
Oh. I'll go get mine.
You go get yours.
Not mine. No, dear.
What's he doing then? He's off. He's left me. Well, this is getting cut, isn't it? Oh, he's back. Never mind.
There he is. Fine. It's like 2 foot. Shut up, mate. Oh, fuck. Max is talking. He's got a lisp.
Mate, why do you have that?
Got it last year.
Just a 2-foot Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Christmas. My sister bought it for me.
Mate, that's such a weird cop.
I am 17.
I am 19, CallMeCarson, where you at? That's just interesting. I don't know what more to say.
Oh,
Purely... I am going to let you have the first Hall of Fame. I'm going to put Darth Vader in. Purely so I don't every week have to look back on the fact that... Hall of Fame.
Just keep saying the word, lad. It's just... Susan's ticking.
Yeah, do you know what? I might bleep that word. But
Yeah.
for those who want context, it is F-A-G-O-T. It's an instrument. And yeah, that's literally how it's spelled. But I know you're not going to be surprised by this, but I think it's just banter but to play the instrument you have to blow on it. It is funny. It is funny. We are immature. You know it's funny.
No, I'm just getting ready for next Monday.
Absolute backlash incoming, bruv.
I think it's just gonna...
Yeah. You think this one was bad? Just wait until we got our guest. It's gonna be. It's fully gonna be ropes.
Oh, I'll give you a clue. 0161. It's not him. It's not Steve. Try.
0161 Manny on the map.
We got Max on. It's not Max. No.
It's not. But we will work to get guests of this caliber.
Same area, same kind of area.
We'll work to get guests of that caliber on.
He said some questionable things about Vidal.
He has. But that is for next week's podcast, because we have just reached the 59-minute mark. So it's time to say goodbye, Adam.
Bye.
Is that it? Is that your input?
No, I'm not getting bed. But
right. Well, I've got to give you the classic depressive things. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Turn notifications on if you want. Not too bothered by that one. I would understand if you didn't. But at least subscribe. It doesn't cost any money. It takes 3 seconds of your time.
If you don't, then, well, you play a certain instrument, don't you? I'm joking.
You've heard it here first. If you
no, you didn't hear it first. I was joking.
well, I fucking wasn't.
Do
Do what you want. Do what you want. But preferably, if that thing that you want to do is subscribe, do it, please. And yeah. So obviously, just a heads up, we'll be doing this podcast. We'll also have some clips for it, and then next week, at some point, there will be our second podcast with our first guest that we're very gassed for. So, thanks for watching the On the Ropes podcast, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.